Hugs or standing close, teasing or tickling while others don't. High fives, handshakes, kisses, sharing milkshakes. Things people do and say with others are not okay. Your feelings are important no matter your size, so you can set boundaries to clarify. And you can say, please stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need more space. Not around me. Don't take it personally. That's just a boundary. That's a boundary. Please stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need more space. Not around me. Don't take it personally. It's just a boundary. That's a boundary. That's a boundary. That's a boundary. Everyone has different needs, and we can't read each other's minds. But if we ask before we do something, we won't cross each other's lines. And we'll know what is and isn't fine and say, I'll stop. You don't like that. You're feeling uncomfortable. You need more space. Not around you. I'm not offended or blue. That's just your boundary. That's your boundary. If someone's invading your personal space, that's a boundary. For doing things that make you feel unsafe, that's a boundary. Or saying things that make you feel hurt or gross, not in front of me. Whatever affects you most, you need to say something. Like what? Maybe like, please stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need more space. Not around me. Don't take it personally. That's just a boundary. That's a boundary. Please stop. I don't like that. I'm feeling uncomfortable. I need more space. Not around me. Don't take it personally. That's just a boundary. That's a boundary. I'm not trying to be mean. That's just not my scene. Cause that's a boundary. That's a boundary. That's a boundary. That's a boundary. Hey guys. I know, cheesy song to start with, right? But you know, when in Rome, right? Um, for everybody tuning in later, how you doing? Hey Lacey, good to see you. Betty, Will, good to see you. Cheapers Creepers, nice to see you. Shalima, hi honey. Unseen, good to see you. I saw you even though you're unseen. Sometimes I can see the unseen. Hey Barb, my spirit animal, good to see you, sweetheart. Anyway, I'll talk about some boundaries. Um, and I want all your opinions because everybody's perspective and opinions are important to me. Um, it's I see it. I don't see that a lot out here. Um, People don't tend to respect opinions or whatever, right? And they especially don't respect people's boundaries or even give them a chance to have a boundary, right? Like, it's just knock those suckers down. But I'm going to say it flat out. I don't care what area you're from, what community. There's too many boundaries being pushed. Oh, yeah, the boundaries are out the window. And hey, Kelly. Um, and it's ridiculous. Um, I don't care who you are. I I've had mine overstep. I didn't do it back.
And that's the key. You don't have to do turnabout as fair play or matching energies or anything like that with stuff in Go Real Life. You don't. Um, if more of us stood up against it, a lot less of it would be happening. A lot less would be acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Lacey, no one has any morals anymore. And there are a few. There are people out here that do. Exactly, Willis. The worst boundary is people going real life. I don't care. I don't care who a person is. You don't go that far. You do not go that far. Um, it should be what behavior are they displaying on YouTube, right? And that should stay on YouTube, right? Um, it's okay to have a little back and forth. Some of these people have back and forth. That's fine. But when you start crossing the line like that, you start showing pictures of relatives, you start digging into people, which I had done to me, okay? Uh, and getting, people doxing and, it's out of control. Thanks, Daria. I try to be fair. I try to be fair. Um, I don't care. I want to put out there, I don't hate anybody. Candy, oh my God. Oh, sweetie, I missed you. I have not seen you in forever, sweetheart. So good to see you. That brought a tear to my eye. It really did, because I haven't seen Candy in forever. Like, almost a year. Okay, I'm going to talk about it. I usually don't name drop. I don't like to do that. I don't, but I'm going to put it out there. Okay. I am pretty, okay, I'm going to say it right now. Lycan. Okay, I don't like him as a person. I love you too, Candy. Um, well, I shouldn't say as a person because, to be fair, I don't know him as a person. Let's just say I don't like the persona he puts out, right? Um, None of us really actually know the guy in real life. Hey, BB, Lycon, yep. I don't like the persona, okay? And that may be controversial, and it may be because he pushes boundaries, right? But if what happened, it really happened, what he says happened really happened, that's over the fucking top. I'm sorry. That's just way extreme. um I think people have to sit back and say, you know what, it's if you don't like someone and you've taken such a dislike and then you have such a distaste for a person, why can't you walk away? Why can't you just walk away? Yeah, you know what, Daria? It doesn't matter. Most people know you're liking Legion fans, so no, you're welcome here, honey. No, because no, that's not my. What's what I'm trying to point out is I don't care where you come from. I don't care where anybody comes from. I don't care if they're Legion. I don't care if they're Scotty fans. I don't care if they're TT's fans. I don't care where anybody comes from. If you're good to me, I'm good to you. That's how I roll. Okay? That's how I roll. Oh, Candy, some pretty extreme shit's been coming down lately. People have been going real live. Some extremes have been going, I mean, people have been going to the extremes. Um, it, yeah, Will says, pick a side. But you know what? I go individually. I go down the line individually until someone does something to me. And yeah, I have reason not to like him. Personal reasons not to like him, right? Um, but do I care what he does in his own home? Do I um, do I care to invade that man's privacy? Do I care to invade his home life, his any of that? I don't want to know his personal, like, I don't want to know where the guy lives. I don't want to know any of that crap. He can't. Will's joking. That's right. See, exactly, BB. It's like I have a video I'm gonna drop that is like I made it. It's just, I'm having trouble uploading it. There's basically says that like I don't run out of pack. I don't. I have individual friends. Well, that's good, Daria, and that's your personal relationship with them. Yeah. See, and that's your relationship with them. And it's I don't I'm just saying there's been things happening to a lot of people out here. I don't agree with what's happened to TT out here. Virginia, it's okay, honey. I'm so glad you at least popped by to say hi. You take bribes from content creators, jeepers. It's just I can't say that I hate the boundaries that were crossed on TT and other people and then sit by and be okay with what happened to Jamie. That's not fair. That's not right. It's not right you guys, it's okay not to like someone. It's okay. But to get to the point where it becomes an obsession, where where you're intruding on someone's real life, that's crossing boundaries that don't need to be crossed. Now, a lot of people can say he's doxed people, he's done things, he's dragged people, whatever, right? But does it make it right to do it to him then? Right? You can't get up on a soapbox and say it's wrong and then be okay with it when it happens to him. Or you can't do the same thing to anybody. You know what I mean? It's not right. Either you have integrity and morals and you don't believe in it, or you don't. Or you're going to stand by your word no matter where it is. Hey, Angela. Okay, and if you don't mind, what he's done to Angela, that was shitty. That was shitty of him. What he did to Angela with her picture and her situation. He should have never brought that in. But did Angela go and do anything to him back like that? No, she didn't. I'm just saying. Because there are boundaries. You know? And she could have very well done something when she was angry. No. Um, yep, exactly, Betty. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But I'm not going to sit up here and go, oh, it's wrong of him to do it when he's done it. And then be okay with it when something like that happens to him. I know a lot of people say, hey, you get what you deserve. But I'm not God. Nobody's God. Or whatever. You know? None of us have the right to do that, period. It's intrusive. It's painful and hurtful. And why inflict that on someone? Okay, you can dislike someone, you can hate them even, right? But to cause them damage, to, I mean, come on. I mean, if there are flyers out, yeah, that's way over the line. Right? Best thing to do sometimes is just walk, yeah, walk away. Exactly. See, and that's my point. It's like people hate him so much. You know, why are you feeding him? Why are you feeding him? Right? There's a simple solution to everything. But everybody gets so dang angry and takes things to the nth degree. And it doesn't have to be that way no matter who you are or where you are. It does not have to get to that point. I mean, even Scotty and Tiffany said, hey, it doesn't have to go to that point. Yeah, if you don't like them, don't watch them. That's all it has to be. Angela is here because she's my biggest fan. She adores me. She doesn't want to. Yeah, well, Angela comes into my chats all the time, off and on. So yeah, she's not here because of you, Daria. She's here because of me. Sorry, guys. The dang dogs are barking because, well, the kids are home.
I got the notification, so
Yeah, but my point is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what his religious beliefs are. I don't care. I don't care what anybody's religious beliefs are. That's their beliefs, right? I mean,
Lamp's not gonna work right now.
chuckle now and then. Yeah, I know. We all like to see a little like fur fly once in a while. I mean, come on, who who doesn't like to see a train wreck once in a while? But but go in real life, that's never acceptable. I mean, there's tons of people it happens to. Like I said, once you've had it happen to you, and I have, it's like it doesn't mean you have to do it back, ever. It makes you no better than the person that did it to you. Do I Who are you asking me if I practice witchcraft? Hmm. Depends on what your definition of witchcraft is. Welcome back, BB. I mean, not that I have voodoo dolls or anything, but anyway. What are your opinions? I mean, because this is just, and it's not just him, it's stuff that's happened to TT. Um, really anybody. I think it's happened to Granny, it's happened to me, AJ. People cross those lines. It's just insane. I'm going to say, I mean, hey, Tara, I'm so happy to see you, honey. Weird, weird world. What's up? Southern, I'm so happy to see you. Eating a salad. I'm so glad you're eating a salad. No, no, Southern lady. I was just talking about basically these boundaries, right? Not no matter what. I don't care who you are, what you are. Never stoop to go in real life on anybody, no matter who they are. Like I said, you can dislike someone, right? Or hate them even online. But when it comes to the point that you're getting into their real life, then you need to log the F off. I'm sorry. You need to log the F off if you're going into somebody's real life. I mean, and like I said, there's a lot of people it's happened to, but does it mean you do it back? No. No. Two wrongs never make a right, ever. Yeah, right? You don't have boundaries, you have walls. Real high ones, too, right, BB? It's and I don't want people to sit there and go, oh well, you're just defending Jamie. You're defending Lycan. No. I'm defending any person that has had this happen to them. It just happened to me. And you know what? Nobody defended me when it happened to me. Everybody stood by and just let it happen. Because I didn't matter. You know what I mean? And some of these people that say, oh, it's wrong, they have friends that do it and they let them do it on their lives. They, you know, when the shit happened to me, there's a couple people out here that are against it. They helped their friends go at me and put it out there. So there's some hypocritical people out here. There's some hypocritical people out here. Oh, it happened last year to me. BB and I knew each other when it happened. But she had just gotten off when it happened to me. When it was she had just gotten off to handle stuff, so she was away for a few months when it was going on, but oh yeah. I had my real name put out there. I had my Facebook put out there. I had my kid's face out there. You name it. And you know why? Just because a girl didn't like me. She didn't like me. So she ran to everybody telling them, hey, Ginger's a horrible person and I have proof. She never showed any proof, but it didn't stop her from getting people to think I was digging into her and stuff like that. I mean, it got to a fever pitch where I sent my kids away. So I had to send my kids away for like 6 weeks, almost 2 months, because this person was saying I was calling the police and CPS, and then their next time it would be I didn't call, nobody called it. But when you incite hatred, when you incite BS online and make up stories, people believe it. You know what I'm saying? People will believe it. Yeah, right? Broken? You, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've known each other for over a year, and you don't even know my real name. Well, that's the thing. I didn't bring attention to it. And here's the other thing. I didn't run to everybody and their dog and tell them what was going on, right? You let that stuff go. I love that, Angela. You were being bossed around by a Shih Tzu. Yeah. Yeah, they can be bossy, that particular breed, huh? They're so darn cute. Oh my God, Weird World. And they still drive by your place? Ugh. Yeah. See, what we fail to realize is you could be the nicest person out here. And there's going to be someone who just for some reason doesn't like you or is jealous of you in some aspect. And they'll do everything they can to tear you down, bring you down, make up whatever they can. Um, it's crazy. And there's a few of my friends that didn't even know what was going on, right? Because I didn't I didn't want to address it. Because if I said anything, I'd get 2, 3, 4, 5 lives about me. And then it was a nothing burger channel. But then my name would be put out, and then all sorts of stuff like my name, my hometown, all sorts. I got followed around to other chats and was getting doxxed in other chats because I was being followed around by a couple of people. They would follow me around wherever I went and drop my hometown, drop where I live, that kind of thing in chats. I just, mm-mm. If you let it go, eventually everybody else will. Sometimes it takes some longer than others. Exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm feisty. I will say that. Mess with me, come up to my door, that kind of thing. It might not end up well. But I also try to be fair with everybody. I try to be fair with everyone. I don't care if I like them or I don't. If something morally is over the line, I'm going to say something. I've been doing that more and more, Betty. And now that there's so many of them out there, I'm just not interested in listening to any of them. Yeah, you just kind of got to go, let it go in one ear and out the other. Like I said, I went through that all summer not this summer we just passed, but the year before. And it would be 4 or 5 a week, right? 4 or 5 of them a week. I mean, I was followed around and to the point where everything I ever wrote in any chat, this person did a live about everything I put out there, like snapshotted everything, put it up on like a spreadsheet of everything I've ever said, like, and did a live on that. It's like, okay. Somebody goes, I had a friend message me and say, "Oh my God, they did." Yeah, I said, "It's public. I'm not worried about it. This is all stuff I set out in chats. Why do I care?" They're the one wasting that space on their computer, right? Actually, it's psychotic, is what. You're not just horrible; it's psycho. When you're that up, but that's what I'm saying. So I've been in those shoes. Yes, in the trauma community. Yes. I think that person's gone now. The main person. Um, but what I did is I just let them keep running their mouths, let them do that. And eventually, you know, a, a person can say anything they want about you, but if they don't know you, they don't know you, right? So why let it bother you? Um, that's all you have to. That's all you had to think about. Um, but when it gets to the point where they're talking about you, they're sharing your information, and then they're lying to the public because they're lying to the public. Like when you're going behind the scenes digging into someone, which this person was doing. I'm using mine as an example because I'm sure this is what a lot of creators go, or not a lot, but a few. And I'm sure that he's went through this. This community is wild, more wild than communities I visit and barely have boundaries. That's how bad it is here. Never did I think Krama would be like this. Me either. Me either. But I mean, here's the thing. I don't look into people. Because, okay, I was raised in a generation that you don't pry, right? You don't pry. A person's going to tell you what they want to tell you on their own time or if they want to tell you, right? You don't have to pry it out of them. The same it goes for. I don't ask for people's information because it's, quite frankly, it's intrusive, right? And I certainly wouldn't go digging for it on the internet because here's the thing: you do that, and I was one of those kids. I wouldn't even go through my mother's purse. I wouldn't go through someone's drawers or anything like that, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna look in mom's, underwear drawer. Oh, you don't know what you're gonna find. Sometimes you don't want to know what you find, in those secret drawers, right? So I was raised where you respected people's privacy that way. And that was ingrained in me all my life. Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't have to be this way, no matter where you come from. One doctor in particular has two people trying to serve them currently. Yeah. And she was friends with that person too. The one that was doing stuff to me. Yeah. What's interesting is I was accused of doing a background check and all this, but there was never proof that I did because I don't do that stuff because I'm sorry, I get on here, I want to have fun. I don't necessarily want to know personal information about people. See, there you go. Respect people's privacy, period. It's like, here's the thing. I think, and I'm not saying this, guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not just trying to defend Lycan Legion. I'm not. But I'm trying to be fair about this because we don't know who he is when he's not on. Some people come on and put on a persona, or they try to put the worst out there, like shock value. You know what I mean? It's all smoke and mirrors. It's to garner some type of illicit emotional reactions or to get people's attention. It's to be over the top or to be shocking is exactly, you don't want to know, BB, is a persona for some people, right? But when you start digging into other people, when you start lying about other people, and then you have to cover it up to, because there's a lot of stanky crap that goes on. I mean, a lot. And I will say, it's like I was accused because of that group chat crap last year that there was no, you could tell if you look through all the stuff, nobody was digging into anybody, but that was the accusation. But there was never anything in that. There was like, ooh, look, a tornado. Yeah, that's us digging. Because we didn't care to dig on anybody. Why do we need to know anyone's personal information exactly? What do we gain from it? All you've ever come out with is bad news. Yeah, it's best to just not worry about what people do in their real lives. Exactly. Not our business. It's like, it should be like, not my circus, not my monkeys, you know? I can see he's having a very human reaction to what's going on right now. No one has to believe me, though I respect that. And like I said, I'm not there. So I don't know what he's really going through. And but I do know he's put some other people through similar crap. Let's just say that. But does it mean it's right for him to go through it too? No, it doesn't make it right. Two wrongs never make a right. No matter what kind of crap he's done to people or how much he's hurt people, does it make it right to happen to him? No. Does it make it right to happen to anybody? Dot said yesterday you don't have to show up to every party or something, and I agree. Well, here's what I'm going to say, Tara. Dot's one of the people that helped these people do shit to me. But if I'm willing to be cool with Dot after that, because she was an unknowing participant, because she just believed this girl that I was doing stuff that I wasn't, and there was never proof of. She believed her because the girl, like, was so adamant about it, right? But, and don't call me a piece of crap and all that, which she did for a while because of this girl. I wasn't even engaging in anything. That's what's funny. I know they say like nobody has clean hands, but I can tell you what, I've never dug on anybody. I've never doxed anybody. I've never went and done draggings on people. Because I don't dive into people's information. Yeah, well, that's because, Tara, you didn't know, because I don't come out here crying about it. I'm just saying I've experienced it, so I understand. Take away from, yeah, exactly. It's like I didn't come back. Do you see me just like saying the names of the people like that did this? No, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The main person, that the protagonist, isn't even in the area anymore. I don't even think she may have lasted in Krama for maybe a year at the most. Yeah, and the thing is, exactly, Betty, we truly only know what people want us to know. That person is gone, and trust me, that person had a lot to say about a few people. Like, that's all. She was trying to build a Krama channel, and to build a dramatic, over the top Krama channel exposing people, I mean, come on. To pick boring old Ginger, nice Ginger, that was a miscalculation. Because I won't even, I'm like, whatever. Say what you want to say, right? Hey, Joshy, good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, right. Right, Broken. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. It's like there's some people that'll just like jump to conclusions And then it's, well, if they get a feeling and they jump to conclusions and they hate you, they're going to make up whatever they want to bring you down. I've had a creator coming from me for about 2 months now. Yeah. And you ignore him, right, Betty? Yeah, that's what you do. Hey, AJ. Sorry I mentioned you early, babe. I didn't mean I was just saying it doesn't matter what. Hey, can't jump. Oh, you can't see broken, Teraboom? Mm. And my oh, something to talk about is broken. Justice. See, and that's what I'm saying. Across the board, it isn't right for it to happen to anybody under any circumstances. Yeah, I mentioned that there was a lot of people that have went through doxings out here, who have went through, and where people gotten, put out personal information, and they, it's not right under any circumstance. And it happened to you, it's happened to me, it's happened to Lycan, it's happened to, let's even say, Granny's watching. I think Scotty. There's a lot of people it's happened to, and it doesn't make it right under any circumstance, no matter where they fall or who they hang out with or whatever it is. It's not right. You just turn the tubes on. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. You turn the tubes on and Ginger's on. Not horribly exciting, is it? And you're allowed to have that. I know I won't be changing. You know what? All opinions are welcome. Yeah, you were doxxed too, right, Barb? So it doesn't make it right anywhere. It's sad that people are pointing the finger at Odian when Jamie was caught lying in court. Well, you know, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody in this. I'm just saying it's not right for it to happen to anybody. Right? Right, Broken? So many people that just want attention and they go along with whoever gets the most views. It's, yeah. I have to agree, Leanne. Like me, if you don't, you're not going to. So I just don't feel the need to jump through hoops. There you go. Getting too old to jump through them hoops. Last few months. But here's the thing. I will also say the more you poke bears and the more bears you poke, you're going to get a wacko in there. And he was saying Robbie was coming to his house and putting out his address like 7 days where this all happened. Now it's, oh, really? I can't see Robbie going across the country. I just don't see that in the cards. I just refuse to lie. I don't understand why people feel the need that I have, or that they have to, right? Yeah, me either. And exaggerate. They exaggerate. I think what happens is sometimes people get worked up, right? They get worked up and their distaste and their dislike and their disdain and their hatred for someone, that they'll start targeting them. Put his own address out there if he's already been proven. Nobody. Okay, well, here we're. Oh no, that's not what Daria. The lying thing was Broken was talking about people lying about people or making up stories, that kind of thing. It wasn't about your opinion or what you know. Weird world. I should write a book. Uh, uh, I'm just saying. I don't care who's to blame. Whatever. It's like there's just certain boundaries you don't step over. And it's like what's done is already done. But what can we do to keep it from happening? You know what I'm saying? When does it end for anybody? Does that mean that him and his people will get angry and start doxing everybody that he thinks might possibly be guilty of this? There's got to be a no. It's not right, Jamie, to make up lies about ODN going to his house for people to get behind him and give him sympathy and coddle him. I agree with that, Leanne. I didn't. I I never saw him go to anybody's house or anything like that. Yeah. Okay. That's cool, Daria. Yeah. It's he has a pattern of trying to set up people. Like I said, it's like this is taking a lot away from people like TT. Yeah, I agree. There might, yes, I would definitely, if I felt that my life was in imminent danger, I would definitely make a police report. Okay. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I would not be very public about it, right? Because the person that was coming at me had all my personal information. You know what I'm saying? Great topic, but what if they tell people personal business and they use it against him or her? Is it any different? No, I mean that's still. I mean, if someone tells you something in confidence, whether you, I mean, I'm one of those people. If somebody tells me something in confidence, I'm just not gonna just blast it all over, even if we have fallout or we stop talking. It's just it. It's like I'm a priest in a confessional, you know. It's right. It's when you disappear. It was nothing towards what you said. I'm sorry. Exactly, Betty. It's just really, boys. Ginger, it was so responsible and appropriate for you to say you don't like his persona. I do view TT's tragedy differently due to her role. Where you've been fair to me. Well, that's the other thing, y'all. It circumstantially, some of you people, not you, just you, some people change their mind wherever they sit, right? Or whatever. But I'm going to say that loss is loss, and it should be left off YouTube, period. It should be. I do not care. It should be left off. Loss is loss, because that's something that woman has to live with for the rest of her life and should not be shoved in her face every day. Nobody was there but her, and it was a horrible accident. Nobody really cares. Okay. Same. I don't even have those other social media accounts to do any. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like pointless to dig on people. It's sick. It's like obsessive. Yeah. Tragedy's tragedy. And you can dislike a person, and you can, but when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it is things off YouTube should be left off YouTube. Period. I'm not interested in anything that people do in their personal. Yeah. I'm just here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, AJ. Exactly. And that's why it's like everybody can sit there and say what they want to, but when it comes down to it, you have to look yourself in the mirror every night. Every individual has to look at themselves and live with everything. Yeah, right, Kelly? It's not our business. Yeah. Uh, a lot of us have had negative experiences with Dot. Yeah. How do we know why someone is angry? We don't know. That's why if you tell me something, yep, it's confidence going to stay here. Yep. The whole lock key by the mouth thing. Right? No. But your name is kind of rude. Refund rants. It's kind of insulting replay, and I don't approve of that. That's always been hard on me. I don't give a fuck what TT's done. Do not bring her child in, period. Yeah, right. It's like I don't approve of anybody's child being brought into it. You know, I don't approve of parents being brought into it. I don't approve of this or that. You know, I'm weird. I just people do a lot of assuming around here. Exactly, AJ. Exactly. And then they run with the assumptions, and they run with their assumptions. They tell people behind the scenes their assumptions, and then somehow it turns into a fact, you know. And then the next thing you know, it's alive that it's a fact. And I call BS on that. You know, no, you're not betting jack shit then. You know what I'm saying? It's not that refund rants. It's just your opinion's welcome here. I mean, and it could be a lot worse, right? It could be a lot worse, right? It could be like, Sally's funny, you know? Yeah, hit the like and subscribe. Way to go, weird world. Yeah. Refund Rants is a play on replay, yeah. And yes, a troll name, but you know, I'm telling you, if Replay was here, Replay would have, have fun with the other Replay, because Replay rocks like that. She's just like, the loss of any child is devastating, no matter the circumstances or culpability or whatever. Okay? I've had my sisters went through something similar to that. And she lost 2 babies. And let's just say sometimes it's an accident. There's unforeseen and circumstances that none of us can comprehend or begin to understand. It's just, I know what you mean. I told my story about looking for his daughters in court. If she didn't have other kids, she wouldn't be here. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. So at the end of the day, we don't know what somebody is going through 100% of the time. We're not them. But it doesn't make it right to intrude or to invade that person's personal information or look into them or look them up. Or let's put it this way. If you have the need to dig into a person like that deeply, you're the sick one. It's just, that's how it is. And a lot of people get into group chats or discords, and then there is a hive mind thing going on that you don't realize you're in when you're in it until you leave it. You know what I mean? Because attitude is contagious. Mama guilt. Yeah, trust me. Oh yes, mama guilt does exist. If something happens to even my adult kids, if my daughter were to get into a car accident, my adult daughter, I'd be freaking out. Like, oh, what could I have done to prevent my baby from getting her arm broke or whatever? I'd be freaking out. It's my fault. I didn't protect her. It would be something you said or supported or perpetrated about me that is false. Yeah, AJ is hardly around anymore. And yeah, AJ is like me. She goes on the individual basis of no matter where you sit, it's like how you've talked to her or about her. Yep, exactly, BB. Children are your heart.
Oh.
Oh, good gravy, Jill. I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Got an infection in your finger. Ugh.
Hold on, I gotta make. Here's some short nugget commentary. BB's children are her heart. Well, I'm certainly not Ginger's. I know you too much.
You are too.
No.
You my baby.
You don't have a heart. You're a ginger.
That's you say I don't have a heart. You say I don't have a soul.
No, because you're a ginger.
Uh, yeah, I do. Gingers have hearts and souls. We just like the taste of other souls.
Yeah, that's why you don't have one.
I think a lot of people don't understand where AJ's coming from. I do. You've been out here as long as you have, and you're called crazy if you stand up for yourself. You're called a stalker if you defend yourself when people talk about you. Yeah, and that and get gaslit all the time. I don't think anybody's been as gaslit out here on YouTube as AJ has. And she calls it when she's gaslit. She says something, and then, oh, but you're crazy. Well, then she gets gaslit again because she's being called crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm rarely have free time. Yeah. Popping into chat a few. Yeah. I don't see AJ around that much. Well, thank you for participating, Daria, and giving us your perspective and what you've witnessed. I appreciate that because it helps people kind of get a, a better sense of the big picture. You know what I mean? These people do lives and run their mouths. Yep. I make a post and I'm called crazy. Yeah, exactly. You do a post and then there's 2 or 3 5-hour lives about it. It's like, really? I mean, did your ego get hurt because somebody said no, that's not what happened? Oh, and the R had a yellow code. Right? Weird because I stay to myself. You know what? Sometimes it's almost better. Yeah, exactly. That's always been my point, AJ. How could you be all these channels when you have a highly demanding occupation? It's not even plausible. It's not plausible. Even if you didn't have a job, you wouldn't have time for all the channels you've been accused of being. You try again, talk to text. I'm going to get back to housework. Thanks for your input, AJ. I always appreciate your viewpoints. I'm so glad that everybody's having an open dialogue about this because it seems like more of us do not want this for anybody. We do not want anybody's lives being intruded on. We don't want anything happening to anybody. Later, everyone. Okay, world. Ugh. So hard to say sometimes. Weird world. Thanks for stopping by, sweetheart. But that's why boundaries need to be respected. And the thing is, I see a lot of the double talk and double standards. Some of the people that are the worst at digging and the worst at going real life, the worst at doxing are the ones that claim it's happening to them. So if you want to stop in any circle situation, any cycle, how do you break a cycle? You stop. You do not have to get revenge. You do not have to be malicious, and you do not have to be full of rage and hate. Exactly, Betty. It's very important we discuss this before someone gets hurt. And I mean hurt. Yeah. Uh, I have Facebook. I just haven't really used it in years. Hey, Scotty, what up, gal? And there is a lot of deflection. There is, and I get tired of it. It's 9 times out of 10, the people doing it are the ones that scream it the loudest, right? You're right, Angela. There's a lot of repeat offenders. And then what a lot of people out here do not understand is there's a lot more that goes. What you see out here is a sliver of what goes on, what these people do in group chats, what people do in private chats and discords and stuff. It's a sliver, right? You don't pick sides, Southern. Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty consistent. If I don't like a person or like what they represent, my let's just say I'm real. I am who I am. I won't throw people away because we don't sit on the same side. Our relationships will look different, though, obviously. Yeah, same here. Jill, you know me. I don't just toss my friends aside, just hate them just because, we may not align all the time or agree on 100% of things. But I do for the most part, the most of the people that I've grown to really care about on here will not go to great lengths to harm somebody offline. And they will stand up. They will stand up. That's what I call like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Well, I've never had TT call me dumb. Never had that experience. I've never had that personal experience. But I do know that there's a lot of grievances that are you know, behind scenes that aren't upfront or culminate and explode after months. No, Ginger. Mimic our example of someone who might say, oh, double talking, like you said. Yeah, they do. There's a lot of double talk. There's a lot of double talk. I love your chat because you are respectful to me and don't block or judge me for my own personal dislikes. Yeah, well, AJ, I respect you and I've grown to really like you. So, yeah, I'm going to listen to your opinions. I respect and like Jill, you know, I like a lot of people and that's based on my uh how they treat me. Broken's been good to me. Scotty's been just phenomenal to me. I mean, and there's a lot of people that don't like each other, and that's, but I understand it. I understand why, like, some people don't mix, you know, but everybody's always been pretty chill with me. I mean, even I have my moments where I'm kind of snarky and downright mean sometimes. I will admit that. But if somebody's good to me, I'm good to them. That's how it is. I don't care who they hang with, where they are, where they go. No, refund rants. Nobody deserves to have their information made public. Um, but yeah, nobody. And that includes when Jamie does it to other people. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not saying it's done it recently or in the last year or anything. I don't know. But I know he's, no. Yeah. People tend to go by what they hear about others rather than, yes, with their own experiences. Exactly, Scotty. And I go by my experience. Okay. And my experience was that everybody's like, oh, why don't you know? I've actually talked to Jamie about it, like on Broken's panel. Why do I hate him? I didn't hate him. I just didn't like him. And it was how he treated me because he would mock me. Yeah, I'm supposed to like you when you mock me and disrespect me? No, that's not how it's going to work. You see me in a chat and you make fun of everything I say, or you're rude to me, or say really nasty things to me. My opinion of you, that's my personal experience, right? Is going to be I don't like you, you know? Because trust me, it's like I grew up where you respect people. And if I was in my 20s and he talked to me like that, he wouldn't have teeth, you know? Like, I mean, if he came up to me on the street, a guy talked to me like that, mm-mm, I would not, I wouldn't even fucking waste my time punching him in the teeth. I'd punch him in the temple and knock him out, you know? Like, but I'm not like that anymore, you know? I chilled out, you know? But that's part of the hot, redheaded temper. No. Yeah, exactly. You don't toss them aside. And Broken, you know, even when we didn't talk, you know, like you, me, and Mama didn't, like, I distanced myself because of all that stuff with him, right? You didn't see me freaking out all the time, going, I hate them. No, no, nope. Maybe someone should ask her who just liked her enough to send her dogs out like that. List of culprits, right? Oh, no, MJ Bodie. But this is not going to help anything, Jill. I'm saying, what can we do from now on to stop this crap from happening? Right? Is Mark here? Is Mark here? Did Mark slip in the door? Mark, he snuck in the door. Anyway, I don't want to be a hog here. I don't even know the entire Golden Sea's been home renovations lately. I'm supposed to know. I will. Yep. Thanks, Broken. But even when we weren't getting, all on the same page, I offered to answer any questions you guys had respectfully and all that. I'm always willing to work things out with people. Concerns when people commit to putting in the effort, right? Everything, exactly, Scotty. It has to be both parties, right? And you know what? I will give that to Scotty. She's held she's accepted responsibility for things she's done. So I'll give her that. When somebody exit this world, yeah. Oh, there's a homing pigeon. I figure they treat me the way they want me to treat them, so that's the way it is, right? Accountability is hard to take when you're commenting from a sock account. Yeah, exactly. But I will also say that there's been a lot of shit that he will never own up to that he's done to people personally. And he don't care. People don't matter. I will say that. Some people don't matter to this guy. But does it make it right? Never are two wrongs a right. I think people need to start thinking they need to start thinking instead of just reacting real quick, right? There's a lot of ping pong back and forth reactions, right? Think it through. Think it through. Because a lot of times when people come at something hot headed, they miss the plot or they don't get their point across right. So be calm, methodical, and rational. And that's hard to do if you're heated. Well, yeah. Thanks for stopping by and giving us your insights and your perspectives, Refund. Time a couple. Oh, good gravy. Was just doxed the fourth or maybe the fifth time a couple weeks ago. I'm still here. Nobody showed up at my house, removing the air from my tire. You know what, though? When I was doxed, the thing is, the person who doxed me, woohoo, cuckoo, cuckoo, and I know if she had the money, she would have been on my front doorstep. At least she would have been slashing my tires. She would have been, if she had the money to get to me. She was that nutty. But, uh, ooh, awesome. Oh, goodness. I'm so excited for you, Southern Lady. I just wish some people would like me for their own experience, not because of someone else. A lot of people don't like me because of Dot. Well, I've had that happen too, because, um, but the thing is, you have to look at it this way. People that are going to be easily influenced are not the people that you want to surround yourself with anyway. People that are not going to look at the big picture and give you the benefit of the doubt and give you a chance are not going to be the right fit for you. I feel that one of the main issues is that people have this warped sense of being the good guy, which can only exist if they assign someone else the bad guy role. Yeah, you know what? I played that song one time that way. There ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. There's just you and me, and we just disagree. That song? Yeah. There is no, that's what people don't understand. It's not black and white. It's not cut and dry. It's not right, uh, good or bad. It's, um, we all live in shades of gray. Does that make sense? Like everything's shades of gray. And if they have black and white thinking like that, then they miss out on the big picture, right? They miss out on everything. And you can miss out on some pretty damn good, like when I'm using the word good, but you could miss out on a really good friend. Really good friend. Really good or you like somebody that just meshes with you if you listen to what other people think. There shouldn't be a good side or a bad side. It's one opinion versus other opinions. Great point there, Broken. Perfect. I personally wouldn't freak out about a docs just because of our professions and previous experience. Lots of people didn't agree with my court recommendations or who Rich represented. Those people are dangerous. Yeah, yeah. The only perfect person I've heard of still was crucified by the good guys, even though all of them claim he wanted to do it was spread love. There you go. Yeah, right. I love that song too, Jill. I to turn off. That's okay, sweetheart. Different strokes for different folks, right? No, you don't have. That's the whole thing. It's like that's where you get lemmings. That's where you get the mindless sheep and all that, right? People incapable of thinking for themselves are the ones that fall into one category or the other. There's no shade of gray for them. Um, there's no looking at the big picture. There's no listening to all sides. You know what? Once you come at me because I do not approve of you, everything you do 100%, that's the day I turn my freaking back on you. And trust me, it's happened. But I have not had that happen with everybody that's been in here. I didn't, Scotty's never done that. There's a lot of times I was around people that Scotty didn't get along with, and she never said word boo, word one to me, and neither did TT or Tiffany for that matter, right? They never said, you got to make a choice. No! They've never done that to me. So if you do it to, see, I'm an independent thinker. You tell me I'm an idiot, or you tell me that I'm turning a blind eye to things, then you're ignorant. You're very ignorant because, trust me, I don't have a low IQ. Vote for politicians who we agree with 100% of the. Yeah, exactly. I personally don't want friends who won't let me know when they think I'm in the wrong. I'm wrong about tons of stuff, but I'm right about tons of stuff too, right? Yeah, exactly, AJ. Yeah. Mindless followers believe one sided stories. That's their problem. Took me a long time to accept that. And there's some people that are just incapable of thinking for themselves. They, uh, I think, more codependent or whatever. They rely on somebody else to make those decisions for them. It's just easier to have somebody think for you and make your decisions for you, and you know. My dad is a lifelong learner. He asks a lot of questions too. He's very smart, but always wanting to learn more. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Because that's one of the things I say. It's like you never should stop learning. And that's the thing. It's like, that's why I love hearing everybody's opinion, everybody's perspective, because each one of you has a different experience, different outlook. You're going to, your thought processes are going to be different. You're going to, because everybody's had different trials and tribulations and experiences in their lives that help them um, discern things and pick things up. I don't want anybody to be like, but I have been talked down to out here like I'm an idiot. I've been called a moron. I've been called an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay. Nope. Yeah, but how can you actually formulate a complete picture if you don't like gather other insight, other people's perspectives, other experiences, and learn from each other? Blues Girl! Yay! I love me some Blues Girl. Hey, you remember, right, Scotty? Because Scotty, you're highly intelligent. That's what I love about you is you're not pretentious. You're not like, you're just you. You know what I mean? You're just you, and you don't try to be anything else. You don't need to attack people, Kathy Ann. Is there someone named Kathy Ann attacking people? Hmm, that's weird. I don't see Kathy Ann. Hmm. Oh my god, I love that song. All the pretty girls act like this. I know it's not because of the cutes. Oh, you hit the comment, good girl. Good girl. Yeah, you could tell me later what it was. Because it's okay. There's some, and there's some people that like have me blocked. Like, I think that's one of the people that has me blocked. And I'm like, oh well, you know. See, that's the other thing. I mean, everybody has boundaries, right? And this goes into the topic of boundaries, right? Um, and that's people think they're hurting, or like there's people that'll block you just, because they're like mad, angry, and they don't like what you have to say. Guess what, sweetheart? It's still out there. You may have blocked what I said, but it's still out there, right? Um, And you're not going to silence me just by like putting a blindfold on yourself, right? So that's how I look at it. You're not going to get to run around and like, oh, well, you could say whatever you want to, and I won't see it. But guess what? I don't care. Because I don't. That's the funny thing. If someone freaking has me blocked, I really don't care what they have to say. Here are my boundaries. Making cartoons over the death of a woman's child, that's sick. I have zero sympathy. I also have zero proof anyone on YouTube did anything to said person. Okay. I will not clutch pearls. I've never been pretentious. Seems rather silly to me because how would I ever have any fun? That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying if Blues, I was saying if it happened to that person, it's not right. But I'm going to stand my ground no matter what. But bringing up someone's baby, ain't right. Ain't right. I don't care what the damn circumstances are, and I'm going to say that right now. It's sick. And like I said, all the chitter chatter and the gossip and bull crap that happens in these dang discords and group chats does nothing but make it worse. It's like fermenting. It's that bacterial growth just expanding and then infecting everyone. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, true friends will tell you when you're wrong. Yep. And I will. I'll say something. Jill, I don't know. I mean, I do know that the one I was involved in last year was mostly because of content. Usually, it starts out like what kind of content you're going to do, but then if there's like a lot of hate talk, it can get bad. And then it's a perfect storm. The sickest people can get out here, I think. People can think like that. Yeah, I don't either. And oh yeah, you are. BB, you are. You're like, you're just too invested in this crap. Come on. I won't slap you upside the head. Have a good day. You too, Broken. Thanks for coming in, honey. I don't do group chats and I am only in a couple of Discord servers because they are, yeah. I'm not in anything like that. I mean, I'm in like a mod chat that nobody talks in. And when they do, it's usually about like I'm gonna go live, that kind of thing. Are they ever decent? Yeah, there are some. I think it depends on who's in it. It depends on how big it is. I think the bigger it is, it can like the bigger Discord or group chat can be, the more likelihood for misunderstandings, miscommunications, and fights to break out in them or hurt feelings, that kind of thing. Yeah, a lot of subs have been around forever and a day. And there's some people that have, like, I've been around for years, right? There's some people that have been involved in, like, several group chats and discords that are just subs that have been in every single discord, or the infamous hell chat. Remember hearing about hell chat, right? You have a lovely dinner there, Scotty. Thanks for popping in, honey. Anyway, y'all, I need to wrap this up. I know it's been a short one. I'm going to wrap this up so my precious Nugget could have her Genshin.
I literally cried because I didn't get the character I wanted.
You did it? I'm sorry, baby.
The only reason I cried was because it was the one character I'd actually saved up for.
I know, forever.
And I really wanted him.
Can you save up again?
I can try, but you know how difficult I have difficulties doing that for 2 weeks.
You and your impulse.
Look, it's something I get from Dad. It's not something I can fix. Well, I could. I just don't feel like it.
I must make you more patient.
It's not gonna work.
Thank you all for coming in and being so great.
I've been impatient.
I really do appreciate y'all coming in and talking about this, because I know there's varying opinions on this, but the thing is, it's like the only people that are going to stop this from happening is each other, right? We need to call each other on it. If we start to step a toe over, right? We need to tell each other. You know, it's a case of, am I my brother's keeper, right? We need to help each other, right? It's like, no matter, because when people are on opposing sides, they're not going to listen to each other. But if somebody in your immediate group is starting to step over those boundaries, say something. Pull them back in, please, for everybody else. I agree, Blues. We need to just pull those people in, though, so they're not doing this shit. When people start talking about TT's kid or baby, they need to be called on it. Sorry, that's just true. People start digging into people's lives. Okay. They need to be called on it.
Okay, hold on. One thing I think you should never do is it's the same side of a coin, or a double-edged sword, if you will. Do not put your information on the internet.
Mm-hmm. I know, but this is a problem.
I know people...
There's some people that are digging. They're not putting it on there, but people are digging and finding it.
That's why I said it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes, if you don't put shit on the internet, people are going to be suspicious of you and dig. It's, again, double-edged sword, same side of the same coin.
How about we call everybody out and say, no, it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. If someone doesn't want you knowing something and they don't actively tell you,
that's what
I don't know, be a decent person and be like, hey, I'm going to respect their boundaries and not dig into their background.
Oh my God. A teenager.
I'm a teenager, and some of the people I see, fucking, even I'm appalled. And us teenagers are known for doing some fucked up shit. Okay? Literally, a teenager killed a bunch of goose eggs and killed a goose indirectly. Oh my God. Oh, and another thing. Look. There might be some lurkers who do this, and they're lurking in the live probably. Do not dig into people's children. Like, what the actual fuck? They're children. And pardon, I'm getting very upset, and that's why I'm cursing a lot. But do not dig into people's backgrounds about their children. You're dragging kids into that. That's child endangerment.
Well, not only this, but TT's daughter is dead. She died in a tragic accident. So that should not be even addressed, ever.
No one. Look, I don't think it's okay to mention someone's dead kid if they're not okay with it. Because they lost someone they spent a lot of time raising, and someone they were presumably very close to. And then someone that they love more than anything.
I didn't even see the cartoon because I I don't want to see something distasteful like that.
It's not okay to mock anyone or minors, especially
Yeah.
people who've lost their kids.
Mm-hmm.
I
say that you don't just mess with anybody's
just don't mess
business.
Don't mess with people's family.
Like I said, keep it to the internet. Keep like calling people out for their behaviors online, not something in their freaking past or because they didn't wear deodorant to school 30 years ago or
oh my god, such a
like
travesty.
whatever it is. Anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all. I gotta let Nugget have her way on the.
One final thing. Boundaries are there for a reason. You cross them, you were just not respecting someone's boundaries, and you would not want that for yourself, would you? No. Anyway, there you go.
Thanks, Nugget. That's Nugget's knowledge, guys. Anyway, thank you all. And oh, Chris, you won't have to catch the replay. I love you, girl. Anyway, I catch you on the flip side.